It's like that really sweet, shy, innocent girl that could possibly take you for every dime you have.
You love, oh girl, you blow my mind. Keep on talking to me, but I just wanna see you move.
Hi pretty people, it's Crystal, your very own personal beauty pro. I actually am a professional makeup artist. My primary work is in what's called commercial or advertising, but I also do editorial, which is the kind of work you would see in magazines. And I've also done many a New York fashion week. In addition to doing what I love, I also adore sharing that product knowledge, those backstage tips and tricks. I've done hundreds of faces of all the races, so everyone will find a gem here. But whatever your reason for watching, I want you to leave feeling pretty and uplifted. One of the prettiest, most uplifting beauty products there is a gorgeous fragrance. So occasionally I love sharing what I'm trying in perfume, and when we do the occasional fragrance episode, those are called On That Note. And I really wanted to share with you the latest release by Parfums De Marly called Oriana. Parfums De Marly is in the luxury category of fragrances, and it is also a niche perfume house. When you hear niche, it basically means that fragrances are the specialty of the house. And when you hear the term designer fragrance, it's often by a major designer, or it could be an independent designer. Oftentimes, fragrance is one of the products that they offer, but they have various specialties. A little thing I want to note about niche is that just because you hear the term niche doesn't automatically mean it's elevated or it's better or even that it's expensive. It simply means that that's the specialty of the house. So you could find an affordable, high quality, fabulous niche perfume, but like many things, oftentimes a superior niche perfume does tend to also be in the luxury category. But there are other brands that people refer to as designer, and in a subtle way they're trying to say that they're less than when they really aren't. There are many luxurious, glorious fragrances that are made by designer houses. It's also important to note that some houses that are called designer are technically niche. For example, Lancôme and Guerlain. Guerlain especially is legendary and almost 200 years old and started as a niche brand by a perfumer who has really made his mark in perfume history. So in a sense, Lancôme and Guerlain are some of the older niche brands at their heart. So I just love the background, the backstory, and the history of beauty. So I love to share tidbits with my audience because so much information and so many channels and resources out there. They're fun to watch, but so often, so many don't take the time to research what they're sharing with their audience, and you will find many people just regurgitate something that they heard without looking deeper. Parfums De Marly surprised us recently with a new release. I have done a couple of videos on this house. I have explored quite a few of their fragrances, so I will be sure to link those videos because they were a lot of fun. They have beautiful, high quality, unique fragrances that are absolutely gorgeous. Even for the ones that aren't my particular taste, I can still smell the quality. First and foremost, you notice this stunning fuchsia box. I am convinced that this is my concept. One of the things I often say about the Delina exclusive bottle is that it should have been a more shocking pink to really contrast with the original Delina, and this would have been a really good color for Delina exclusive, but they have given it to Oriana. And so Parfums De Marly, you are welcome for that idea, and you will have to pry this packaging from my cold dead fingers. Then the box lifts to reveal the perfume itself. The top of the cap has a signature gemstone. These sassy tassels are just the height of glamour. The genius noses behind Oriana are Natalie Larson and Hamid Marathi Kashani. My very first impression was, this is delicious. I instantly smell a burst of citrus, but not a bitter or sharp citrus, something that's sweet and slightly tangy. As the scent develops, I start to smell a bit of powdered sugar that's blending with the sweet tart citrus. You do begin to smell something reminiscent of a sweet cream, or maybe the powdered sugar that kind of coats the marshmallow. And there's a sweet, feminine, soft musk. Oriana reminds me of a gorgeous dessert that you would find in a patisserie window. If you're familiar with a lemon meringue, that's sort of the vibe it gives me. So it's that tart fruit mixed with that marshmallow and whipped cream and powdered sugar. And so that's the fruit and the meringue that you would find in a dessert, all swirled up, blended, and decadent. It's funny because this has quite the personality. It's kind of soft, sweet, and innocent, but then it's intoxicating at the same time. It's like that really sweet, shy, innocent girl that could possibly take you for every dime you have. It's yummy. The only thing I would change is that I want it to be more potent because it smells so good. It's a softer fragrance as Parfums De Marly fragrances go because they tend to really project. I feel like this one gave me a moderate projection. I've worn it a couple of times. It lasts really well. I'd say I get a good 5 or 6 hours out of it. In the initial hours, you do get this soft aura of the fragrance around you, and you do smell it wafting up. It is so scrumptious. This fragrance is for someone who definitely loves something that smells a bit like dessert, but it is elevated. It is not immature at all. It's not super sweet, but there's a delicious sweetness. Definitely a daytime scent, something really pretty for brunch. It can be worn in the evening or on any occasion really because it's very pretty and perfection for cozy gathering. I could see why some people feel as though it's more of a spring, summer fragrance, but it has a beauty that I will enjoy all year round. When describing perfumes, I like to give you the vibe that it gave me first, and I like to use everyday things that people are familiar with so you get a sense of how it smells to me. But then I also like to share the formal notes. So Oriana in the top notes lists mandarin, bergamot, and grapefruit. That explains some of that citrus fruity aspect. Then in the heart notes, there's orange blossom, raspberry, and black currant. And then in the base, it gets really delicious. It has marshmallow, whipped cream, musk, and ambrette. Ambrette has that sort of sweet, musky, floral, almost nutty aspect. I really prefer to just enjoy a perfume for what it is without comparing it to everything else. And usually when people see similar notes listed for perfumes, they instantly start the comparison. But on the other hand, I understand that there is a natural curiosity. You do want to know if it smells similar to something you already have, especially when some of the notes look familiar. So one of the things that this is being compared to is Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. I just happen to have Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy and Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. That sweet powdered sugar aspect of Love Don't Be Shy is similar in Oriana, but they are not identical. Love Don't Be Shy is a bit more sugary sweet, which I absolutely love. In fact, it could be sweeter as far as I'm concerned. Love Don't Be Shy also has a sharp floral note. I believe that could be attributed to neroli. And it also makes this odd because you don't usually expect a marshmallow or dessert or a gourmand. Don't expect that sharp floral or that fresh neroli aspect. So that's one of the things that makes Love Don't Be Shy unique and nice to wear, but it's also one of the things that is not my favorite aspect in a gourmand. Love Don't Be Shy Extreme for me is like an amped up Love Don't Be Shy. Every aspect of it amped up, including that sharp green neroli. Then you also have the amped up marshmallow and the sweet aspects as well. So with that being said, Oriana makes quite a departure from the Love Don't Be Shy. And I do not at all feel like I'm wearing the same fragrance. It is just juicy, sparkling, and tart, and at the same time airy, creamy, and sweet. This is so delicious and intoxicating. I can practically taste it. Now, I don't steer anyone to blind buy a perfume without having sampled it or experienced it first to be sure that it's your cup of tea. If anything I've shared in my description piques your interest, I would definitely say get your hands on a sample of Oriana. I really enjoyed sharing Parfums De Marly Oriana with you, and I'm really going to enjoy wearing it quite a bit, I expect. But on that note, I will see you next time.
You keep on talking, but I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see